Are they gonna be really top fighters? Because ain't no top fighters gonna take that pay. They're not gonna take that pay. That pay is way too low.
So, coach, the TKO is gonna be like a league of its own. Clearly, from what it's looking like, how I stated, it's gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna have sorry fighters fighting in it. Terrible. They're not gonna be good fighters.
I was just about to say because I'm pretty. You still think Turkey? He's gonna be running that the regular shit he got going on with like the supercars and shit. You think right? He got to be. And then this for a lead for like probably up and comers, niggas not getting that much pay and shit. You become a champion, you making $750,000. It sound good. Like if you can't beat niggas like Tank and shit, or the Shakurs of the world, and you still want to make some good money, make a living, that's still good money. Like $750,000, like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I said, to each his own on that one. Like I said, I'm hearing what coach is saying, but I'm just thinking about all the fighters in totality, right?
Yeah.
And they paying like that, like, yeah. I mean, I believe you probably will have a bunch of sorry fighters over there, but
yeah,
you're gonna have a lot of them. Like, it's gonna be a lot of dudes lining up to do that shit for real. Like they, but you got to get to 10 rounds too, which is not an easy task in itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, a lot of these dudes start off, 4 rounders, 6 rounders, and get to that 10. It's gonna take a little minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you rush in the process just to get some bread, we're gonna see how that goes for you,
And it's definitely gonna be. It'll be eyes on the shit definitely when it start off. I feel like because it is Dana White and Turkey, so there's gonna be some eyes on you. But
yeah, I know for sure you're gonna have some eyes. But are you gonna be good enough to do something with that? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like we don't even know what belts they got over there. But I saw that if you're fighting for the TKO belt or something, it's like $750K.
Cool. I thought it was one belt only.
If that's the thing, that's crazy.
One belt division here.
Yeah. I mean, it should be like that for real, just so you kind of stop the confusion and you know what I'm saying in boxing, because with a casual person, it's gonna be hard for them to decipher the WBO from the WBA, from the IBF from the WBO. And like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So from that perspective, I kind of see where it kind of makes sense to have one belt, but that's one thing we already knew about Dana White, though. He don't like paying these guys. I don't even know why. That's not even surprising. He don't like paying these dudes. He's you know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost dare I say, like slave mentality. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
This shit he adding to his catalog, man. I like Dana doing his thing. I mean, what's coming. You know what I mean? So I don't think nobody was surprised on Twitter. Like when they first announced this shit, everybody was like, fighter pay. Anybody said do this shit, fighter pay for the BS. So like, bro, you knew what was coming, bro. But when you really think about it, like Coach Ron just said, like this is gonna be for like sorry fighters. All these main event guys, you your guys that can be certified champions and stars in boxing.
Yeah,
and they know they getting them big paydays, like Tank, just anybody in the upper rankings. Bivol, Better Be, they all getting paid already, so they not even entertaining this shit. This is literally for the guys who can't beat those guys, who can't be a star, and they still want to make good money. Like if you fight 3 times a year in this shit and you the champion, that's $2 million.
Yeah,
that's still good money.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Coach Ron, you're right. Like I ain't even think about it. Like, yo, this really gonna be for the sorry niggas who just can't get over the hump and beat those guys, man. Like, hey,
we gonna see. But what if one of these guys actually comes from this shit and actually becomes a damn star? Like,
it can happen.
Is there, what I'm saying? The possibility is that it's there as well. You know what I'm saying? That the possibility for that is there. We definitely could see a star come up out of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they would leave. They would leave because they're not paying enough.
Right.
They're not paying enough. You know what? Any good boxer anybody that's out there. I know what's name already signed with him. Marcus already signed with him. But man,
Taylor.
Marcus signed with him.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he signed with him, but Nitty said the money was good, but I'm like,
How
I
good
don't
is
know,
it
man.
when they put it all out? Yeah, how good is it really? You know.
Well, I probably, if you're not signed with nobody, nobody else offered them anything. But I'm kind of like, you know, you're getting 20,000 for a 10 rounder. Come on, man,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's 2,000 round. Nishan Dev get that, man. His first
yeah.
her pro fight.
Right.
I'm like, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know, I had to negotiate with his people because they want to give a certain amount of fight per round, and I'm like, hey, the more rounds you do, you need to increase that. You need to increase that price per round too. Oh no, we don't do that. Nah, well, if you don't do it, we ain't going. The more rounds you do, the more you pay per round.
So in them early
You know,
stages like that, coach, what is a good what's a good amount, or should I say, what's a standard amount you should be getting per round when you at that level?
I'll tell you somebody that just turned pro and they fought on ESPN.
Yeah.
They got for a 4 round fight. They got $2,000
Mm.
for a four round fight.
How much money you think niggas be making for a 10 rounder?
Oh, I think at the beginning, at like let's say with like top rank,
Yeah.
10 rounder like 50,000,
Mm.
and that's not like a big. That's not like a big fight. Now, if it's a heavyweight, it's a lot more.
Yeah.
Mm.
I wonder how much
50K ain't bad, but no 10 rounder. And that's B-side money right there, coach, or is that, that could be anybody.
No, it's not. It's not whether it's not whether it's B side, because at that level, yeah, I mean, it's not like you're fighting for a title. And when you start fighting for a title, when you start fighting 12 rounds, that's when you can negotiate.
Right.
But fighting 10 rounds, it's like these mounts are already set in. They're already set in. If you have a contract with someone, they already set in for the next. Let's say nobody gonna give you a 3-year contract. They are
Right.
gonna give you it's gonna be a 5-year contract, and they negotiate that contract by by how many fights per year and how much you're gonna get paid, per round. And this is what they're gonna owe you, so you can know how much money you got coming in every year, through your fights. Being that you don't get injured. If you get injured, then the money stops, and then your contract is extended for however long you're injured.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be this about to be interesting. I'm not gonna lie. We about to see some shit.
The pay might increase over a while. I feel like once you become the champion, like they gonna increase it to $1 million eventually. Like not right now.
Let's see.
That,
Yeah, and it's the beginning stages of it, but
yeah, but you gotta look at $1 million. Okay, $1 million is not $1 million.
right.
Okay,
From taxes, the bust down.
It's not $1 million because like you get okay. I remember Shane Mosley a long time ago. They want to give him $2 million to fight. I forgot who it was, but he said he was like no, but he'll fight for $3 million. So he turned the $2 million down, and I was like, man, what in the world? Because they get taxed. I think they were getting taxed like 48% of their purse was being taxed. So you go 2 minutes, you're not even getting $1 million.
Right.
After you pay your people.
Yep.
What was they fighting at? Is that was it because the fight was in California, or is that how it is in Vegas, or what?
What you mean?
Like why was 48 being deducted from the overall purse from the jump?
That was a tax. That was federal.
Okay.
God.
And is that because he's receiving a check in his name and versus a company name or LLC or something like that?
That was a long time. I mean, that was just federal tax. That was just
yeah. I'm understanding.
Whatever. No. When you look, let me tell you.
Okay.
Like let's say somebody from overseas, when they cut your check,
Yeah.
They already deducted a certain amount.
Okay.
But with Shane, I was one other thing, man. Shane don't really want to fight. He asked for 3 million. They offered him 2 million. He only, but then they when when you figure in everything as far as the taxes, and you got to pay your team, and if you had a training camp, you got to pay the light bill and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know he ain't getting nothing.
Yeah.
But that was a going rate back then. Taxes might have dropped since then. With Trump in and stuff. When you're making a whole lot of money, they getting tax breaks now.
Right.
But back then, it was I think it was like 48%. You making millions of dollars, you can right off the top 48% come off.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's insane. That's literally insane. Like, what? How's half of my money off the rip going to Uncle Sam? That's why I was asking, because was it because of how he received the money, because it came in his personal name? Because I know if it comes into LLC or S corp or something like that, it's taxed differently as well. But 48% that's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like what are we doing right now? Like, how is this even legal?
That's 48% plus everything else, like the camp and all that. You gotta pay everybody else. Damn.
Exactly. I mean, that I don't even.
That's the game, I guess.
Yeah, that's a dirty part of it. That's a dirty part of the game. That's a dirty part of the game.
I just watched Boo's whole interview, bro. He was just talking about, like, the game is crazy, bro. All the shit behind the scenes. He was like, he was about to quit because he couldn't get a fucking fight for like a year. That Sean Porter interview was fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
But I feel a type of way about Jaron Ennis, right? Because if you really peak, you know what I mean, skillful fighter, he's a, nice talent in the ring for sure. But if you really pay attention to this guy, man, this dude just be talking, man. He just says any fucking thing. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what he's doing in this game?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
You can see it.
He's a young dude, watches a lot of movies, listen to a lot of rap music, I mean, you could tell, because he talks about, being a boss and doing these type of things. And then, when it's time to be a boss and do boss stuff, he just doesn't do that. He just goes.
Who y'all talking about?
I'm talking about Boots, coach. I'm talking about Boots. And I'm speaking directly about the situation where he could have fought Terrence Crawford at 47. He could have fought Bud. Was like maybe like 2 years ago, 3 years. Yeah,
he wasn't ready for no Terrence, man.
We know that, coach. We know that.
But he's got to say what he's got to say. As a boxer, you got to say certain things.
But coach, you can't lie though. He said he's been chasing.
They lie all the time.
I get it. No, I get that, coach. But this was just crazy. You saying we know he's not ready for Bud. I know that. I mean, you've been coaching for years. You know that. But he's telling people, I've been chasing this guy for years. He don't want to fight. That's just a lie, coach.
That's what he's supposed to say. What else is he supposed to say?
That's what he's supposed to say. That's not what he's supposed to say. He could have told so many other things. There's so many other things. It could have been like, we was going in another direction. You really wasn't on the plan. But the fact that
you say something like that, man, he's ducking.
That's cool. Let him say that, coach. But coach, you can't just dry lie and say you've been trying to fight me, and we know that.
Yes, you do. I've been. Okay, you got to look at it like this. Hey, that's where I want to be right there. Where he's at, that's where I want to be. I'm chasing that. That's what I'm chasing.
No,
okay.
Hey,
now, look. So, guess what? Hey, we ain't fighting him. We're not gonna fight him. But this is what I'm chasing. Okay. Now, guess what? He's telling the truth. Really, I've been chasing. I've been going after him all my life.
But coach, he was actually in the sanctioning body where he could have pulled the card and got him in the ring. But then he just mysteriously ends up.
Joe. You're not understanding, Joe.
No, I get you. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, coach. I get what you're saying.
Okay, so why you keep fighting it then? Why, if you got it, why you keep fighting it?
Because you're not going with what I'm saying that this dude is a liar. He's a liar.
They all they don't tell the total truth. But he's not okay. But guess what? Would you rather destroy your career or would you rather lie?
I'm a lie
in that situation. I mean, I'm with you, Coach. Yeah, it's just certain people that's just gonna hear that and be like,
so what? You can go somewhere else. But guess what? He's gonna make himself who he's gonna be. Okay. If you want to jump ship, you can jump ship. It's okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of other people that understand and a lot of people that believe in him.
Okay. No, I believe that. Oh, there's a lot of people that believe in Jerron Ennis for sure. For reasons unknown to man, they just think he's the best thing ever. You know, we've had people come here and say that he can knock out Spence and Crawford before they even fought. Like he's knocking both of them out, which was crazy. Because I was just trying to figure out what in Boots' arsenal made you think that he could do that. Like he ain't never. He's nice, but he ain't never showed me nothing like that. Well, I'm just like, oh yeah, he's gonna knock out Bud and Spence. No,
people were saying that.
Yeah, I never seen nothing like that. Now, like I say, he is a good fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. Like and I don't even think this Stanionis. Maybe it might be a test, but I feel like Stanionis is tailor made. Stanionis is tailor made for Boots. You know, Boots gonna get him out the way. I really.
Who has Stanionis' fault?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, nobody really. You know, he don't really got nobody on his resume like that. His thing,
me, Coach.
Stanionis thing, he was taking all the step aside money from Spence, quote unquote, and then to find out he never took any step aside money from Spence. From what he said, he never received anything. Well, maybe the step aside money was him being on Spence cards. I don't know. I really don't know in that particular situation. You know, I don't know. But
y'all see, y'all, I'm telling y'all don't want to listen, but watch out for them Lakers, man. I'm telling you.
Now, last night I ain't gonna lie, that don't. I'm a Lakers fan, but last night that don't count.
What happened last night? I missed the game. What happened?
Jokic and fucking Murray was out.
Yeah, but did you see when they played them when they was in and everybody on the Lakers was out?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Hey,
Austin Reeves, man, when Braun not playing, sometimes he be going crazy.
Them Rockets is peaking at the right time, man. People wrote them off because they had a little 5-game losing streak. They back beating teams again.
Is our men back?
Them young dudes are going to be a tough out. I'm not saying they're going to win a chip or nothing like that, but if anybody got to face the Rockets, that is not going to be a very desirable series at all. It's not going to be easy for nobody.
Hey, Joe,
what's up?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Joe, Luka had 21 in the first quarter.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then guess what he finished with? 31.
31, yeah. 31, 9, and 7. Yeah. Austin Reeves
had came out like a microwave that first quarter, man.
But Southern, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like y'all probably gonna have the T-Wolves first round. I ain't gonna lie.
Get them up out of here.
No, you're not. No, y'all not.
It's gonna be tough because Ant-Man he do his thing against the Rockets, but I'm gonna tell you why. Because in a 7-game series, the Rockets
no Jokic last night either.
The Rockets can put they can put Amin Thompson on him, right? That's already tough. You can put Tari Eason on him. You could put Jabari Smith on him. Like the Rockets got so many long wings you can throw at him. Eventually, he's gonna run out of gas. The Rockets have the most. When you start,
Anthony Edwards gonna run out of gas. You said
not in the first round. I don't think.
I think he will because when I mean run out of gas is eventually if you see in 3-4 different long wings that all are good at defending, the Rockets can just switch them up on you the whole series, and you're the only guy they got to worry about going off. Because the Timberwolves, Julius Randle would get his, but to be honest, he ain't never been good in the playoffs.
That's true.
They don't have another bucket. It's either Ant-Man gonna score 40 or who else? The Rockets gonna take care of them, man. They just don't have enough pieces offensively to win 4 against Houston.
I mean, you still got Nas Reed. They still got to find a way to score on them. Don't forget about that. You
But they
still got
can, though.
Ant on
But-
defense. You still got
Who's going to guard Sengun?
Gobert.
Oh
He could.
man, he gonna take that boy
He
to
be
school.
cooking Gobert.
Oh yeah, for sure. He gonna cook him. But look, I feel like Anthony Edwards, he got to get his dudes in the
This
game.
is why.
He got to pass that fucking ball.
Yeah. And see, Tay, it's not because Gobert is trash or anything, but the reason why I'm saying this is because Sengun can play outside in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when you start playing them outside, the Rockets can go small, switch up. They can find ways to make you uncomfortable if you're a big that just guards the perimeter. And Jabari Smith can step and goon that. Now the percentages may not be as high, but these are guys that can get streaky. And let's say they get streaky and they start making threes.
Yeah.
I just think that if they get Minnesota, it's a tough series. Don't get me wrong. It's a 6-game series. But
man, Minnesota ain't doing shit until they trade Rudy Gobert sorry ass. I say they trade his bum ass for Zion because I think the Pelicans about to get rid of him. That's why they nursing his ass back to health.
Zion can't stay healthy
Who you
though.
gonna put at the 5 then?
But no, he done played damn near every game. He's able to play except their load management. I think they nursing his ass back to health so they can put his ass on the trading block for something valuable.
So you saying Zion should run the 5 on that team?
Yeah, no, I think Zion. I think Zion. If they can trade Zion now, I think they can run small ball to where Zion got the size and he can play above the rim defensively. You still got Nas Reed. You still got you can get rid of Julius Randle and use him for some fucking money. That's just my opinion. I would get Julius Randle and fucking what's my man's now? I just said Gobert. I get rid of them two. Use their bread. Get somebody to put Mike Conley bitch ass on the bench. You fucking bum. And get a starter. I really want Trae Young for real. I really want Trae Young.
See, I could just hear them names you named. You're not trying to win.
Yes. Trae Young on Minnesota right now.
You're not trying to win though.
That's a tough deal to get done. That's all I'm saying.
He just want to see some highlights and some buckets.
Hey, hold on. I ain't say it was gonna happen. Nigga, I've been playing 2K all night, nigga.
Oh, exactly.
I've been playing 2K all night.
There we go.
Happen.
There we go.
But no, for real though, it is possible because contracts are being are ending this year. So the Zion trade is very realistic for Julius Randle, Zion, or Gobert. They can get rid of those guys. Trae Young, he about to be on the trading block. Those are realistic trades. Just not all three of them moving at once. It's not realistic.
In the same
the
direction.
way Luka got all three of them dudes not gonna move at once. But I do agree. I think Minnesota, their problem is they don't got enough offense. The only bit of offense you have is a guy, one guy who can take over. Because Julius Randle, we seen him in the playoffs, and he just doesn't. His game just hasn't translated to the playoffs yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it might this year. We never know. We never know what's gonna happen. But
he's just not a good number 2 option.
Well, see, I think for him in New York, he was put in a number 1 option situation, and then with Brunson, the emergence of Brunson, it was kind of like he was a number 1 that faded to a number 2. In Minnesota, he's a solidified number 2, no question, no doubt.
I disagree. He was never, to me, he was never a number 2 for real type of player. He just so happened to be the best player New York had at the time that nobody fucking tapped into their potential. Once you seen niggas took one season and tapping their potential, that nigga got the fuck on. Then all of a sudden just started getting injured. A lot of those games that they was losing is because he was taking questionable shots down the stretch.
You talking about Julius Randle?
I don't know. Yes, Julius Randle. Before he got injured in New York, that nigga was taking some questionable ass shots down the stretch, bro.
No, he was because like you said, he was never meant to be a number 1.
Right.
I think the best version of Julius.
But he nice though.
I like when Julius Randle was paired up with Anthony Davis in New Orleans. He was pretty good in New Orleans.
Yeah, that was a good
That's why
pair.
New York gave him money because they thought.
Okay, so I'm thinking you can kind of see my vision. The reason why is I want a Zion with a Nas Reed. Now I'm not saying Nas Reed is just that and that, but offensively, I think you put him on the island, he's cooking any center in that fucking league. Now the only thing that I'm worried about is Like his pick and roll defense ain't bad. It's just his size when it comes to block shots and challenging at the rim. But that's where Zion's size come in at. And Zion has a lot more. To me, he got a lot more dog in him than Julius Randle. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of like that fit a little bit better.
Yeah, I think he'll give you a little bit more effort on defense, even though Zion's not really a great defensive player. You know, he's an offensive juggernaut. I do think that I would rather have him than Julius Randle at this point. I just take a chance. Because at this point, if you Minnesota, you have nothing to lose. You already fucked up you already fucked up the good situation you had with Cat. Yeah, by getting rid of him. So I mean, at this point, I don't think you can piss off your fans even more than you already had.
They got a lot to worry about them pissing
I
off
think the Rockets
fans.
don't bust their ass. I'm telling you, with the wings that the Rockets have, the defensive wings, they're gonna throw. The
Rockets ain't beating them niggas in 7 games. I'm sorry.
They're gonna throw 3 to 4 different.
You mad
bodies.
about it?
Nah, I'm saying though.
Nah, they ain't gonna beat them in 7 games, but I can tell you, Minnesota for sure ain't doing shit. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, I'm saying, bro, you got Ant, you got Nikhil, you got Jaden McDaniels, and Gobert, depending on what he show up with. You say Sengun fry him, but you know, Mike Conley a solid defender. DiVincenzo can defend.
But who might come?
You just add shit to the list now.
All niggas can defend.
At this point,
Sengun is a problem.
Not that good of a defender, bro.
Who?
He's not a cone.
Mike Conley is not a bad defender. He's not a bad defender, but he ain't nobody to try to highlight either.
Yeah, he can hold it down. He can hold it down.
He can hold it, bro. He can hold it down.
Hold it down against who? Steph cooking this nigga. Russ gonna cook this nigga. Jamal Murray gonna cook him. Jalen Brunson gonna cook him.
We talking about the Rockets.
Jalen Green gonna cook him.
Okay, girl. My bad. I'm like, I'm just thinking y'all talking about defensively in the league. I'm like,
yeah, he went to every guard in the NBA.
He still can't guard Jalen Green or Fred VanVleet. What is he gonna do?
Fred got to show me. He got to show.
He's been showing niggas. He's been showing people what the.
When the last time, man? When the last time that nigga been
this year
in the playoffs?
Oh,
he ain't been to the
playoffs, man. Fred, a lot of people don't have no faith in him, including me. But this nigga is he a certified veteran for Houston for sure. He is a different maker for Houston.
He was a good 4th option in the Raptors, maybe more than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was a lot more important than the 4th option. How you gonna say he was a little important?
Kawhi, who else was on that team?
Ibaka.
I think he might have been more important.
Yeah, way more important.
But still, Fred VanVleet, that just showed how stacked that team was because he was your 4th option and he was 3 and D.
Bro, if you put all them niggas, bro, y'all know how crazy that roster.
He was definitely more of an important option than Siakam at that time.
No, I can't say that because Siakam was one of the big reasons why they got about that Bucks series.
Oh no,
look what he grew. Look what he grew into though.
Bro, Kyle Lowry, I forgot. Yeah, he's not more. Yeah, he was definitely a 4th option.
Yeah, he was at the time. He was only a 2nd-year player at that time.
Why they be mad at Kyle Lowry though, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't he the best rapper ever?
Buddy.
He had a good ass run.
DeMar,
what Fred VanVleet was at that time, bro. Because they still had Corey Joseph that played a big role too.
Yeah.
So that important piece that Fred VanVleet was playing, bro, was very key, very important.
Bro, listen to this roster they have, bro. Imagine this roster like nowadays with a healthy Kawhi. Bro, they had Kawhi, Kyle Lowry, Siakam, Danny Green, Fred, Ibaka, Marc Gasol, OG Anunoby, Jonas Valanciunas, Norman Powell. Bro, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, that was a crazy ass roster.
But like, you just look at these names on this team, bro. Oh, but
look at the teams. Look at the names that the Lakers had, and the names that Brooklyn had in the past few years.
You mean like with Lonzo and fucking Randall?
Look at all the names they got and what people flourish to be those type of players.
Yeah. Crazy, bro. How you had OG and Norman Powell, bro.
But that's
crazy.
That's funny how them playing with each other or training with each other, how they made each other better. I just got to talking about that on one of my one of my skits called Osmosis.
Now OG, one of the best defenders in the league. Shout
That's
out Kawhi,
crazy.
man.
Yeah, OG. The biggest issue on OG is just injuries. That's it. Other than that, that dude is solid.
Hey, I was talking shit about Jalen Brunson because I was getting tired of niggas putting him over Steph and Luka. The day I said that, they played the fucking Lakers, bro.
Put who over Steph?
Jalen Brunson.
Man, Steph is the greatest point guard of all time.
What you talking about now? What you talking about right now?
Okay.
Yo.
No, I'm just playing. I'm still playing.
Stop. But when I said that shit, that was like the night the Lakers played the Knicks and it went to overtime. The nigga Brunson was busting ass in overtime, but then he got hurt. I'm like, woo.
Oh yeah, that last game. Yeah. That's a bad injury too. That was a bad injury.
Dallas looking dumb right now, bro. Y'all had, and they did the same shit with Steve Nash. You had Steve Nash. You gave up on the situation. I mean, I know Steve Nash is 29, but still, I mean, if you had two working eyes, you knew like Steve Nash was still like in his prime. They traded him to Phoenix, and we saw what Phoenix did. And then they did the same shit with Brunson. Now you look at Brunson, and then they fucking got rid of Luka. It's like, bro, this franchise.
That might be a curse. Well, I can't say it's curse that they won it. They luckily won in 2011. But yeah, damn.
Luckily, and that's what you say. Luckily, because to be, in all honesty, if LeBron James in that series,
Fact.
they don't have a fucking chance.
Fact.
They don't have a damn chance at all winning that series if LeBron James shows up as himself.
That might be like the best. Yeah, they got to be like the best playoff run I've seen in the sport.
Them and the Rockets in the Rockets with the Kings. The Rockets were the 6th seed at the time. That's the lowest seed to ever win a NBA title.
Who they played in the first round? I forgot.
They played
OKC, the Lakers, and
they played the Blazers.
Okay.
With Brandon Roy and LaMarcus Aldridge. They were still pretty young though. They weren't, they weren't like
Brandon Roy, man.
Yeah, but they're pretty young. Yeah, they were young.
They were very young.
That's tough.
Man, look. Back on this boxing.
Boston should win it all though. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, what?
In Boston.
Yeah, that'd be good though. I really wonder what's next for Keith Thurman. Is it gonna be Spence? I mean, is that the only place he can go next? Is that the only place Spence can go next?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I never thought I'd say this, but Thurman might beat the dog shit out of Spence, bro.
I've been telling people that for the longest. They think I'm just hating. I've been saying that.
That could be possible.
I'm saying right now.
I'm not gonna let this win. I'm not gonna let this win.
I'm talking about even when he ducked Errol Spence.
No, but real shit. I'm not gonna let this win against a blown up 130 pounder make me still believe.
Not this win that's making me.
No, but I'm saying some people are. I know nobody here is taking this win and thinking that, because everybody here was thinking that before. Some of us were thinking that before the hand. But what I'm saying is the boxing world is taking this win and kind of pushing that to say that Keith Thurman is back. I don't think he's back yet until I see him fight somebody that I feel like is at that level. This dude, I knew he was gonna beat this guy. This guy was fighting at 130 like 2-3 years ago.
But those people aren't thinking for themselves. They buying into the propaganda. That's the narrative that Keith Thurman's supposed to push. Is I'll knock this nigga out, I'm back. And people that want to see Keith Thurman back, they're not even thinking for themselves. They're just like, yeah, he won, he back. His last fight is a win. Errol Spence's last fight is a loss. He's gonna beat Errol Spence. I get what you're saying with that. But logically, I mean, you talking about stylistically? Yeah, bro. But I understand your point, Southern, where you coming from, for sure.
Bro, I just want one thing to happen, bro. I want Earl to take a fucking tune-up, but he's not going to do that, bro. He's going to get in there with a fucking killer and get his ass whooped.
He probably will never get back in the ring again, if we're being honest.
I hope not.
I mean, at this point,
Earl probably might not come back.
At this point, are we surprised by that, though?
Roy Jones. We don't see Mike Tyson come back.
But Roy Jones is a guy. You look at Roy Jones.
I know. I'm saying we might see Errol. We might see Errol Spence down the line later on fighting Jake Paul's son. Maybe he'll do one of them.
Look, this is my thing.
Your first fight back shouldn't be a fucking Tim Zoo, bro. Your first fight back shouldn't be no crazy nigga after you just got your ass whooped probably one of the worst ass whoopings I've ever seen. You already got, you got bad injuries. You drink, car shit, car stuff. You claim you don't drink no more, but come on, bro. I just need to see you like look good. You know what I mean? Like one time, see how you punch, see how much power on your punches.
But check this out.
He didn't have no power.
This is the thing. Like, are we really surprised by what Errol Spencer's doing? I mean, he showed us for so long that he really ain't trying to get back up in there. You know what I'm saying? If we really keeping it a buck, because initially he said that he wanted to run it back with Bud that December. December came and went. He had surgery.
Al Heyman said, "Fuck what makes more sense is to put your stupid ass on the shelf. Let's nurse Keith Thurman back to get him back right. I think Fundora, you got Tim Zoo, all them PBC, right? Mm-hmm. So it makes more sense to nurse him back to hell. You see the Fundora shit fell through. Okay, so Earl go on vacation. Let's wait to.
No, that was before. He went on vacation before.
No, but when he got in the ring with that nigga Fundora, right, like a year ago. Mm-hmm. Remember, months after that, we seen him and fucking Frank Martin on vacation without no shoes.
Right.
So now, with that being said, I think that's just me speculating. Sean Porter probably about to pop back out. Keith Thurman back. Errol Smith's about to come back. I think he about to cash out on all them niggas. He done cashed out on Danny Garcia already. He done cashed out. You know what I'm saying? So I think them original niggas that built that PBC model on TV, he about to cash out.
Very, very realistic.
And can I say this real quick? The only reason I say that this Keyshawn got his belt. Loma all of a sudden never got stripped. First he was retiring. We seen this nigga pop up at a fight. He was supposed to be retired. It's like, what the fuck?
And he trying to fight Shakur at that fight too.
Talking about he want to.
That's what I'm saying. Like
at the fight,
you want
like bro, sign a contract to fight Shakur. Don't try to
that
fight.
That lets you know they were never going to let him fight Shakur. But at first, that's how they got Shakur to top rank, because they was building him to fight Loma. That was the matchup at first when he got to top rank. But that's just my speculation on why I think, you know what I'm saying, PBC might move that way.
I got a question. Bro, that shit made me mad, bro, when I seen Loma talking about, let's fight right here, right now. I'm like, bro,
we ain't never
was
seen
supposed to be
Loma
on
do
vacation
that. We've never seen him act like that with no fighter ever. All of a sudden, you trying to fight at a public event,
bro.
I get it. Like, bro, there's been plenty of people. Man, Devin done pushed this nigga soul out his body. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Niggas done disrespected his daddy in front of him. Loma has never took that route of trying to fight somebody like that physically in person at a fight. That lets me know there's something in the background that whatever Shakur do, we will never fight this nigga.
I got a question. Cool too. I'll do the first one first. Who do y'all think is better at 35? Devin, like when they were at 35, Devin or Keyshawn right now?
Well,
who does look better to y'all?
I mean, Devin was fucking undisputed at 35, so that's a crazy comparison.
You can't compare the accolades, but if you talking about styles,
who does look better to y'all at 35?
Stylistically, I gotta go with Devin because of the matchups, bro. Like
talking about
quality opposition matters too.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I get what you're saying. Like Keyshawn came in there, stopped a few niggas, looked good doing it, but that quality opposition of Devin beating on certain niggas is just, I don't know,
bro.
A little bit more pressure.
Keyshawn wouldn't, bro. You don't think Keyshawn would stop Kambosos in like the first 6 rounds?
I think he'll beat the fuck out of Kambosos. But
that's what I'm saying.
We can't say, but you can't say that to try to say is Devin, better or Keyshawn better at 35 because you think Keyshawn would beat, you know what I'm saying, Kambosos. Yeah. We can't really say that. We can, but that's gonna start an argument for us.
You look at Devin at 35. He fought a prime Jojo Diaz. He fought like he had
right.
It was all like former or current world champions. So.
Hey, that Jojo Diaz one is aging very bad, so then I ain't gonna lie.
Well, no, it's not, because that was Jojo still in his prime before he got hooked on alcohol. once he got hooked on alcohol, I mean, that's when his life took a, when it's in the ring took a turn.
He was already hooked on.
He's always been hooked on alcohol.
But shit, at least he was better at that time. Shit, he's not this version.
That's why
I can't say that until we see guys square it up, because we done seen in the past where we feel like a guy gonna beat this guy because this other guy did, and then they get in the ring and it's totally different. So I mean, we
George Campbell says JoJo Diaz, Jorge Linares.
Are we saying that we think Devin beats Keyshawn Davis?
Nah, I'm not saying that.
I just asked who looked better
that's
at
why
35.
I figured it was going that way. That's why I was like,
Yeah, nah. I'm just saying who looked better at that weight.
Why can't you ask that question? Why can't that be a question?
I didn't say it couldn't be a question. I didn't say it couldn't be. I just think like the way the question is asked, I just feel like I see where it's going, because at the end of the day, when it comes down to the foundation of the question, we're comparing the accolades. We're comparing the accolades, right?
Nah, I won't do nothing about accolades.
Who do y'all think will win out of Keyshawn and Devin?
At 40?
I know that.
Oh, at 35?
35.
Man.
Keyshawn.
I don't know.
Right now, I got to go with Devin. I'm gonna go with Devin just based off experience.
Man, Keyshawn gonna beat Devin down.
Yep.
Any day.
And I like Keyshawn. I like Keyshawn over Devin any day. 10 times out of 10. But when I think about that experience,
last night, Maniac. We talked about this last night when I said Keyshawn will beat him.
I wasn't here, but I think Keyshawn will beat the fuck out of Devin. But when it comes to matchups at 35, if I gotta go with Devin at 35 and Keyshawn at 35, the law of the land that Devin had at 35, I'm choosing him. I'm sorry.
But Maniac, like I know, Devin ain't been in the ring with a dude like Keyshawn. He ain't been in the ring with a dude with the mentality of Keyshawn. He ain't been in the ring with a dude with the heart of Keyshawn.
As a pro, right?
Yes.
And we can say, but that's what I'm saying. Some people can say that Keyshawn ain't been in the ring with somebody at the skill level of Devin as a pro.
He been in the ring
as a pro. As a pro. As a pro.
In the pro.
They pros right now though.
But okay, so how can you sit here and say Devin ain't shared the ring with somebody with a mentality like Keyshawn?
I'm pretty sure Devin and Keyshawn is sparred.
Who?
That's what I'm saying. Like Devin has some cold ass sparring partners. So,
but listen, it's a reason why dudes ain't calling Keyshawn name out.
I ain't the one who gonna sit here.
Look,
I'm a Keyshawn fan.
Want to deflect it to the Cuban guy. Man, listen. I'm gonna tell you
that's
like
what I'm not here to argue, Coach Sean.
I know, but
I'm not here to argue that. I'm a diehard Keyshawn fan.
Huh?
I'm a diehard Keyshawn fan. I think he's the next guy. Now, after Tank, I think he's the guy that's gonna be the face of boxing. But however, if we talking about how that question go at 35, based off what Devin has done at 35 and what Keyshawn has done at 35, I feel like it's only logical for me to go with a guy who's undisputed. Like he done beat Loma. He done did what we expecting Keyshawn to do. He's done that already. That's just my point.
I understand that.
Keyshawn to beat the shit out of him though.
Yeah, he gonna dog him at 35, 40, 47. Either one of them.
I still got to see it.
Man, I'm telling y'all, Keyshawn is different, man. He's it's weird.
Behind you, with Shakur, I think Keyshawn is up there as right now.
25, 30, 35, 45. Keyshawn at 5.
I have to see it. The reason why I have to see it is because we never know what can happen. It's just boxing is random, and you don't know what can happen. So I don't like to compare guys. I like to let guys fight their fights and have their career first before we start comparing certain dudes. Because I mean, like we talk about styles, I think Keyshawn got the more attractive style in my opinion. Like I'd rather watch Keyshawn.
That's no debate.
But I feel like Devin had already accomplished undisputed. He had some tough fights at 35. Now it's Keyshawn's turn. I want to see Keyshawn be able to have that same success before I try to like compare the two.
But what about Keyshawn and Roach?
They'll try Devin every day before they try Keyshawn.
I mean, that could be the case, Coach Tom, but then somebody could try Keyshawn and then beat him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we never know. So that's, I'm personally, if you ask my opinion, whoop. At the same time, everybody has an off night. some guys get in there, they might not be good before they have a lucky night. It can happen. So like I want to see Keyshawn have his success first before I would say, like what compared what him and Devin did at 35. Hard for me to do that right. Keyshawn,
it's not hard. It's not comparable. It's obviously who had the better run at 35. It's not comparable. That's not to say that Devin beat him, but shit.
That's what I said. I'm like, Devin's already been undisputed, so it's kind of a hard comparison to make between them two, I don't know. But Keyshawn and Roach, that's a fight I'd like to see.
I would like
Keyshawn Moritala, I'd like to see
Keyshawn
that.
Wanted that, bro. Keyshawn wanted that.
Shit, Keyshawn
You think Keyshawn would have beat Lomachenko better than Devin? Because didn't Devin kind of barely beat him?
Shit, some people think Devin lost.
You think? I know. You think Keyshawn would have handled him easier?
I actually don't think
maybe
Devin beat Loma. I still think Loma won, but
I had Devin winning only because Lomachenko don't like to finish fight.
I just think
for whatever reason.
I don't know.
I just.
But do you think Keyshawn would have stopped him?
No. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody fucking stopping Loma.
I think Keyshawn would have stopped.
Nobody's stopping Loma, bro. And Keyshawn, like, I love him. He is nice. But let's let him get some experience first. He just got a belt. He ain't even fought a former world champion yet.
Loma take a lot of risk in that.
I'm lying.
I'm about to say Pedraza, right?
I'm lying.
Yeah.
He beat the shit out of Pedraza. I'm lying. Yeah.
Pedraza, he's
But my point still stands the same. He needs a little bit more experience to me. Like, I feel like certain things, like, I ain't no coach or I ain't on the level, but I think like certain things I see other elite fighters do. I'm not seeing Keyshawn manage rounds a certain way that other fighters do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing that part of him yet. And I think he will be there and maybe within this year or the next year. But I think he just needs a little bit more experience before they start just throwing him in there, in my opinion.
And I think he has
But Sanchez, he's the world champion. So the world champion, if that's an excuse for fighting somebody and you're a world champion, why are you a world champion?
Okay, I can break that down for you. Because just because I'm a world champion don't mean I don't want my career to keep going. So we gonna move the way we want to move, still fighting the way we need to fight, fighting the people we need to fight. But why we need, as soon as we get a belt, why we need to try to jump to the next leg? How about I defend my belt? Let me collect another belt. It's other champions in that weight class he can fight instead of just going for the next da-da-da-da. I'm just saying it's a way to do it and still fight the same people.
It's about being the best.
Okay, so what's wrong with unifying? What's wrong with unifying first?
Okay, no. Okay, I don't care. I don't know something unifying. I'm talking about, okay, what you're saying is that, okay, he's not ready for certain people. But when you're the best and you want to be the best, that's what you want to do. You want to fight the best.
Right.
No, I agree with you on that, Coach. I think we got to see what's the next person in line for the WBO.
Repeat that, Southern.
I'd like to see Keyshawn and Loma. I think that'd be a great fight.
Man, I don't. Man, he's been out this spring too long.
Yeah, I was just about to say, when the last time Loma fought?
I don't.
Last year.
But Sean, you know what?
It's been a year.
You know what, Sean? Loma would be a good name on your resume.
That's it.
That's an excellent name. For the future, for like years down the line. I got Loma.
That's about it, man. Nah. If I'm looking for a good fight, I don't want to see Loma. I like that.
And that's a good payday.
That's the next fight, Coach.
He's the champion. He's a world champion, right?
Man, I don't want to see that.
He's not a champion.
What title he got?
I was just about to say that.
IBA.
He beat Cambosis the worst he got beat. I ain't never seen Cambosis get beat that bad.
That ain't no easy fight for Keyshawn.
Nah. And Loma is very healthy at 30.
With all the
Keyshawn last
experience
two
Loma
fights
got,
weren't supposed to be
Loma ain't easy
fights.
at all.
Hey, his last 2 fights weren't supposed to be easy fights.
That ain't no comparison to Loma though.
But he made light work out of him.
Neither of those two.
I don't want to see the Loma fight. He been out the ring too long.
Yeah, but I'm saying those other two guys aren't on the same hemisphere as Loma though.
He only been out a year.
I don't want to see that.
And that's not an easy fight.
You know what? I think that was Shakur's hardest fight. That's just my opinion. I think that would be his hardest fight.
I would love to feel like Style. I hate that we're not gonna get that. I would.
Wait, what would be Shakur hardest fight? Shakur who?
Loma.
Footwork is.
I ain't gonna lie. For some reason, it's gonna be like a high IQ match, but I feel like that shit might be boring. I ain't gonna lie. Something telling me this shit's gonna be ass. It's 2 elite ass fighters, boy, but I don't know, bro. I just have to see it.
I would love.
I'd love to see Keyshawn and Loma play under the same banner, a unification bout. I think that's a highly competitive fight. 50-50 fight.
Yeah, that's a very entertaining fight. Definitely locked in for that.
That's a 50-50 fight to me.
In the size, but I think Loma's footwork will definitely get in trouble because he hasn't been in the ring with somebody with that type of. When I mean in the ring, I'm talking in a pro fight, not just. I know he spars with Shakur, but I'm talking like pro fight. That'd be a tough fight for Keyshawn, man. Tough fight for Loma too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you got to reach the match.
The public would like that fight.
Man, I'm putting my money on Keyshawn. And he's gonna stop him.
For the stoppage?
And he's gonna stop him.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna touch that body.
Come on, man.
He's gonna just. I feel like Keyshawn gonna catch him with something crazy.
Stop him, man.
That's a fast-paced fight, and Loma don't be in the same place too long, man, to be hit with nothing crazy.
Listen.
You seen that last Keyshawn? I know they're not the same caliber.
Please, man.
Loma legs ain't been the same.
Oh.
Stop.
Did you see?
Loma legs ain't been. They slowed down.
What fight have they slowed down in?
Loma legs ain't the same. Listen, this all I'm gonna say. I bet you he gets stopped. I bet you he gets stopped.
I definitely want to see you on that.
When he gets stopped, don't say I told you. Don't say
JM.
Coach Sean ain't been wrong yet.
Don't say I was right, because I know I was right. Man, stop Loma, man. He not the same.
Wrong yet.
So he going down like Mary J. Blige.
Loma is not the same fighter, man. He not.
Yeah, but listen.
I ain't gonna say nothing else. If they make it, I'm just gonna smile.
Oh, I'm gonna be rooting for Keyshawn. I'm gonna be rooting for Keyshawn, but what I'm saying is Loma not being the same doesn't make him vulnerable to be knocked out, though. He's not vulnerable to a knockout. I ain't seen that.
Loma not the same, man.
So you looking at his legs, coach, and you like, he don't got the legs being there with Keyshawn.
No, I'm just saying, like, he's not the same Loma, man.
I mean, and this time off ain't helping him. It's not helping him.
Hold on, for y'all, he is everything, but I don't see the same Loma.
I don't need to see the same Loma either. No, I don't need to see the same Loma.
I don't see the same Spence. I don't see the same Crawford. I don't see the same Canelo. I don't see the same Inoue. That don't take away from what they still